If you're not living underneath a rock, you probably heard of some nigga named Ashton Hole by now. Some famous influencer nigga who's been getting 1 million followers every fucking week. No cap. And what he's very famous for is doing some exaggerated kind of day-room-ass morning routines where he fucking wipes his face with a banana peel, dunked his head into some famous water bottle or some shit. He jumps into the pool at 7:36 but lands in the water at 7:40 a.m. And I think the shit that he does, feel me, is smart, is very smart marketing-wise. But it's because he's exaggerating the actualities of his life and it's allowing him to make money. But for me, this is a good lesson to take because a lot of companies and banks can do this at times. And the famous example of this, to give evidence, is the dot-com bubble crash. And this shit was crazy because it had, at the end of this shit, feel me, the economy suffered a lot. And also the SEC, the Security Exchanges Commission, right? They had to review a lot of companies and banks because there was a lot of fraud for like them overhyping and gassing up these companies. Even like Merrill Lynch, I think they got fined around like 13 million. The former CEO of Business Insider was a part of Merrill Lynch and was one of the main heads doing that shit. But essentially what happened is that a speculative bubble, which is what the dot-com bubble is basically when niggas pour too much money into something, overhyping it, and don't know what's going on, and eventually, feel me, the bubble expands until it pops. So, feel me, the way this started was in 1990, some shit called Netscape came out, which was the first internet browser with images and captions at the time. And their IPO stage, they had started off at like 28 cash, doubling value in a day, and then making a market value of 3 million. So mad other companies saw that Netscape was getting motion, right? And started attaching .com to their names and started spending wild bread for marketing efforts, kind of like how Kanye does for Super Bowl. Feel me, they were doing Super Bowl shit too. But around, feel me, March 13th in 2000s, Japan went into a recession and the Fed started tightening rates around then. So mad niggas started getting scared and they started pulling out their bread out of these companies. But now these companies didn't have any cash flow because they wasn't actually having their money invested into the right things. They were just doing marketing, right? And this led to the NASDAQ crash into 5,000 in the 2000s and then ultimately crashed into like 1,000 something in 2002. And the lesson from this is to just like kind of think about like AI today. I'm not saying AI is bad. AI is great and it's very innovative and it's going to develop even further. But a lot of companies are trying to attach themselves to AI and not really even like doing what they need to do, or like don't even know what the fuck AI actually is. And for me, out of the dot-com bubble crash, the only companies that survived was Google and Amazon, big ass companies today. So I'm just saying, when it comes to investing in AI and shit, for me, make sure you're picking the right companies.